It's Joke, no joke, no joke. Oh, you know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Joke, no joke. I'm in the building, baby. You know how we do. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on the holiday. This is Good Friday, right? That's what they say. This is Good Friday, baby. Joke, no joke. I'm in the building. My man Mike Miggity's in the building. My fellow Americans, salute. What up? Whack on wood. Kev V in the building. Michelle Frizzy's here. My man Dre Barnes is in the building. Mr. Machiavelli's here. Bobby Ruffin's here. Mary's here. Mary, quite contrary. How does your flowers grow? Pac in the building. Martin in the building. Darius, what up, membership gang? Kareem Smiggity. Jay off there in the building. Oh, we ain't here thick tonight. Y'all must miss me. Y'all must miss me. Tell me you miss me, baby. Tell me you miss me, baby. Joke, no joke. Y'all already know the breaking news. Pooh Shiesty, fresh out, fresh back in. I hate to laugh at the brother, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Um, got some stuff on the Tupac trial I want to talk about. I keep telling y'all the crap channel over there, it's all one sided. It's all one sided. I'm gonna introduce a name to y'all that y'all probably didn't hear too much on my channel, but I've been listening to a lot of their interviews, and I smell some BS out here in that Vegas case. Oh boy! And then the crap channel talking about they got lying Greg Lane and lying ass Greg Caden. They got him up there talking about the Tupac detective. How is he the Tupac detective? And he worked for LAPD. He's not Las Vegas Metro PD. He's not a detective. He wasn't on no federal task force for no Tupac case. How is he now? Y'all trying to coin him the Tupac detective? Yo, man. Yo, man. I told y'all about that crap channel. It's all one sided. We just waiting for Roden Rat Jr. to get up there to try to clean up, do the cleanup. He the cleanup uh pitcher. He come pitch the BS after everybody else fails. Here he come with his line. And then most importantly, uh now that a lot of y'all are woke, finally, after y'all seen Jay-Z's interview, right? Now y'all woke. Now y'all starting to smell the BS. Yeah. I'm the one that been telling y'all way before any of these other cats had courage to get off Jay-Z's planets. When I was telling y'all I was hating, well, it looked like a whole lot of people out here hating these days. Huh? Huh? Yeah. But I got some interesting, you know, I'm gonna touch on that interview a little bit more, but I'm dropping some segments on that, so I'm not gonna waste too much time on that. But I got an interesting observation that now then you done seen it here first because ain't nobody been talking about it. But after today, I want everybody to talk about it because I'm gonna pull y'all coat to something very interesting in this whole Jay-Z Yankee Stadium uh 30th to 25th anniversary. I'm gonna pull y'all card like I always do, and watch I change the algorithm and and start a whole poll in hip hop just based on this one thing that nobody is talking about. So choke no joke. Let's get to the show. Shout out to my moderator, his squad in the building. CC Crippin, I see you. Aries 80s, baby. I see you. Choke no joke. Let's get the show started. This is how we do it. You already know it. All right? One.
How I do it. This is a diss, would be specific. Hit you with a sub, you blacklisted. Her third tour, it's ridiculous. You in the crowd, babysitting. Mad at pics, fans flicking. You got a Billy, they dick licking. Kids, your son and dad missing. You duck in the swab, results prison. I see your faces, the mad prism. Y'all rats, are you kidding? And if you sign, you have no wisdom. Integrity missing, money mission. Lamar Latrells in your system. Camel licking, nerves switching. Are y'all kidding? Y'all Virginian. Success, y'all dream sex. Sold a lot of units, but still checks. Squares, Nike, I run with checks. People use Marcy as pets. I move his skin, you on your head. All your tunes are dead. You ugly like your dreads. No bag, I'm on your head. No fag, I'm my shooter. You the glad Duke shooter. You do balls but no hooters. Choke no joke, I am the future with no Malloy. You play with boys, be out here wishing she was a boy. You her decoy, you her bitch. Choke no joke, I am the shit. Yo Kim, get off my dick. Mad Jim, king of the dips. Without you L's, you have no hits. Your last hit was True Life. When he caught you with that right. Yo Big Joe, am I right? Nigga Dane saved your life. And then you crossed him for home. Got on stage with Ho. You an actor, you ain't Poe. Joke no joke, you already know. Yo, man, I'm done, man.
Choke no joke. You already know. We in the building, baby. You know how we do it. Learn from mistakes 3, right around the corner. You know what I mean? I've been in the lab cooking. You know what I mean? Woo. See your boy got his flow together. They in trouble on this next one, baby. You're gonna see the progression. See the next one. Woo. Yeah, I got it coming for y'all. I got it coming for y'all. I ain't gonna say it in front like I ain't in the stew cooking. Oh yeah. I had to take a break for a minute because I got loaded up with my boy Jack Brown, DJ Tune. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. But choke no joke, you got beats, man. Hit me up. Choke no joke at Gmail. All right. But it's Good Friday, April 3rd. I know I'm getting old because nobody even tried to crank call me and try to pull an April Fool's joke. And I didn't try to pull an April Fool's joke on anybody on April Fools. So all y'all that still got that energy that's calling people, crank calling them or joking or pulling joke April Fools jokes. Shout out to y'all. Y'all kept the energy alive. Darius, good looking. So first things first, before I get into the Jay-Z thing, I'm sure many of y'all have heard about I don't I want to call my man grand opening, grand closing. The young and Pooh Shiesty. So this is the hot topic for today, right? For the last 24 hours. This is the rapper known as Pooh Shiesty. He's the guy who made those masks that he got on his head popular, and then everybody around hip hop start a copycat, and then you see all the guys wearing the Pooh Shiesty mask. They call it. You know, you in hip hop, you can't have nothing of your own. There's always going to be somebody that's going to ride your nuts and copycat. You know, you've never seen me with a Pooh Shiesty mask on, so I don't even want to hear it. I don't jump around and follow trends and everything. So you're not going to see me planking, and when everybody's planking or everybody's rocking a Pooh Shiesty, you know, or all the other weird stuff that everybody be doing in this industry to fit in or be a part of a crew, a clique, a clan, a cult, or whatever it may be, right? Shout out to Nikki from Brownstone. Shout out to her. Shout out to her husband. You know what I mean? See Nikki at the New Edition concert last night. Yo, if you ain't see that New Edition concert, and it came to your city and you missed it, you better get on the internet and see where's the closest spot to you where you could go see that concert. That concert was lit. Shout out to our man Tariq. Yo, we went up in there, and if you grew up on New Edition since Candy Girl like me, all the way up, that joint is rocking. The stage is dope. How they got it set up, and if you're not balling like that, they got some seats right behind the stage that's cheaper than the seats in front of the stage. If you could purchase those tickets, get those tickets because you be closer than the people that's sitting in the front of the stage to them because at most concerts there's like probably the curtain and the stage crew and the band and stuff on the stage with them. On them, they got the band and everybody on the floor. So the whole stage is like a 360, and it's kind of like a for the stadium, it would be like a sunken living room. But if you on the floor, you looking up at the stage. But if you get them seats right behind the stage, and you like, man, I can't go them tickets too high, and you see a $60, $70 seat right behind the stage, no, you're gonna be closer than the people in the front of the stage. So you may get they back for the majority of the show, but you'll be closer to them, and they turn around and interact with the people that's behind them throughout the show. So for me, had I known, like, got to see the stage set up before, I would have got a seat right behind them, you know, because it's like you up on the stage with them. You know what I'm saying? Just for those who didn't get a chance to see it, and those who did get a chance to see it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But nah, they did all the songs they could. You know, they got too many hits, but they did all the songs that you would expect them to do. Tony Braxton, I don't know what happened to her. Oh, I do know what happened to her. She broke her arm. Said she went to step into the tub or step out of the tub and slipped and fell and broke her arm. So she was up there looking cute, but you know her whole performance was being cute while having her arm in the sling. And I knew like when they came out, when she came out, she had all these flowers all over her. I'm like, why is she only moving like one side? She was doing way too much hand movement and pointing and everything with one hand, and this hand wasn't doing nothing. And she got the mic in this hand. So I'm like, I think she broke her arm or so. I'm like, she got a sling on. And then as she started changing outfits, you started seeing the sling, you know. They was camouflaging it with the cast and stuff with different outfits, putting feathers over it, or you know, they'll put some black over it so you can't really see if she was wearing a dark color. But shout out to Tony Braxton, she still rocked it. Um, Boys to Men, they sound good. Depending on where you was at in that theater, I mean in that arena, the way they had the sound set up, depending on where you was sitting at, the sound sounded different. Cause I was backstage, I was in the front, you know. So moving around, it was sounding different. But for the most part, the sound was it was good. But getting back to the news, I had a little sidebar, New Edition concert last night. You know, what you call it? Let me show you. I did take a video backstage. So this is last night.
Good show, fella. Good show. Good show.
Here come New Edition. You know my man Ronnie.
Good show. Good show. Great to see y'all. Thanks, man.
Or Ricky Bell right here. Bobby Brown. Man Mike in the building. You know Robert Trez, man. Johnny Gill. My man Big Winston.
Tony at?
So yeah, I was backstage with the guys and the gal, Tony Braxton. You know what I mean? It was a real good show though. You gotta go see it. Um, so getting back to Pooh Shiesty. Now, there's a dude who just came home from jail, man. I mean, I don't think this dude been home from jail for 6 months. It don't seem like it, at least. Right? He came out, he dropped a hit record, doing good. I've been working out to the record called Fresh Out. Um, and he goes and does the most thing that you would see in the TV show or a hip hop movie. You wouldn't think that nobody would do this in real life, right? So this guy here was signed to Gucci Mane from the ATL. Um, I guess he decided he wanted to get out of his contract, allegedly. And according to the news report, it says rapper Pooh Shiesty, legal name Lontrell Williams Jr., was one of 8 people arrested in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. Police say they are still searching for another individual. The U.S. Attorney's Office for North Texas held a press conference to share details about the January 10th incident. Now, if you stay up on the current events with me on the daily, if you don't, maybe you should subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button because it'll tell you when I'm live or I drop a video. Uh, in January, remember I did a story on Gucci Man. They was saying that he got robbed, you know, by some rappers or whatever. I thought that took place in Los Angeles, but I guess we'll find out, right? Um, it might have took place in Dallas, right? But either way, they were saying that allegedly that Pooh Shiesty and his people pulled, guns on Gucci Man and they took his jewelry and made him sign him out the contract. That was the rumor back in January. So clearly, I guess the 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 law talked to Gucci Man and his wife possibly, and and questioned them about this, and they got enough information to go on with indicting Pooh Shiesty and the people named in this indictment. All right, hold on. So 3 music industry professionals, including rapper Gucci Mane, legal name Radrick Davis, traveled to Dallas. Yeah, it was Dallas for a scheduled business meeting to discuss the terms of a recording contract. Davis is only identified in the criminal complaint as RD. The complaint is also identifies Davis record label 1017. Prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty has been signed to Davis record label since approximately 2021. Prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators executed a coordinated armed takeover. The other individuals arrested were identified as Latrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr. Jr., aka Big 30. So Latrell Williams Sr. would be Pooh Shiesty's father. Kedarius Waters, Terrence Rogers, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, and Darian McDaniel. Y'all parents out here be coming up with some goddamn names nowadays. Jesus. Prosecutors claimed the group had a pistol and forced Gucci Man to sign the contract at gunpoint. They claimed that the other co-conspirators robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, and other valuables. One victim was allegedly choked to the point of near unconsciousness. The victims were eventually ordered to leave the studio and taken to their vehicle. Prosecutors claim that the defendant barricaded the studio door to prevent the victims from escaping, calling Pooh Shiesty Williams Jr. the ringleader of the conspiracy. Williams Jr. was on home confinement at the time of the alleged offense for a prior firearm charge and conviction in Florida. He was released from the federal prison. Yeah, October. That's why I say he ain't been home 6 months. Uh, he was released from federal prison in October after after serving 3 years of his 5-year prison sentence. The terms of his home detention said that he could not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. He done effed up. He got 2 more years probation. As alleged, 9 defendants traveled to Dallas, Texas to kidnap and rob victims who thought they were coming into town for a business meeting, said U.S. Attorney Ryan Raybould. Instead of discussing business a civil manner, the defendants resorted to violence and intimidation to achieve their purported business objective. For anyone contemplating using violence and intimidation as a business practice, I'm here to tell you that it will be vigorously investigated and prosecuted in the Northern District of Texas. This case also highlights the outstanding contributions of my colleagues across the United States, including the Western District of Tennessee, Middle of District Tennessee, the Eastern District of Texas, as well as the FBI Violent Crimes Task Force and our state and local partners. Police also raided Williams Jr.'s home in Memphis. Pooh Shiesty's father, Lonnie Williams Sr., was among the 9 individuals arrested on April 1st. I know them niggas thought that was a joke. Prosecutors say Williams Sr. helped plan and execute the kidnapping, citing car rental records. They say show Williams Sr. rented the car. They also say surveillance video captured the group near the location of the alleged crime. Prosecutors claim that the alleged suspect posted the stolen goods on social media. Yo, man, did they really think was they watching? They thought they was shooting a music video. Like, did they really think that they was gonna get away with this? Prosecutors say electronic evidence shows Pooh Shiesty at the location of the incident in violation of his home detention conditions and cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborates the travel from Tennessee to Dallas. They also say fingerprint evidence recovered at the crime scene matches at least 2 of the defendants. Yo, man. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business, prosecutor said. This case was a partnership between the U.S. Attorney Office, FBI, the Dallas Violent Crime Task Force, the Dallas and Memphis Police, and the Shelby County Sheriff's Department. Strong partnerships with local enforcement are key to reducing violent crime, say FBI Dallas Special Agent in charge, R. Joseph Rothrock. The collaboration of multiple agencies ensured the successful audits of several individuals in both Texas and Tennessee. The FBI remains dedicated to investigating violent offenders and holding them accountable. Pooh Shiesty did not immediately return the email request for comment. He was on home confinement for a prior firearms conspiracy conviction out of Florida at the time of the alleged confrontation in Texas. Well, children, let this be a lesson to you. If you think you want to get out of your record contract and you think keeping it real and getting some guns and getting your friends and your family members locked up for something that you know that you're going to get locked up for, there is contracts are made to be broken. If y'all niggas got to take off all these chains and go to the pawn shop or go to the jeweler and take off the watches and liquidate some of that BS jewelry and go put it down on a lawyer, you might could just negotiate yourself out of your contract without going to jail. Like this guy has not been home for a full 6 months, right? Got traction, got a hit record, is getting mad streams right now, right? And he allegedly must have saw straight out of Compton or something and got the bright idea to go try to do what uh Suge and them did to Easy, trying to force them to sign Dre off the label. We see how that turned out, right? And if you're not old enough to know how that turned out, this is why you need to keep your old heads around you and pick their brains for examples of things that you should not do. So now this dude father rents him a vehicle allegedly, and they use the vehicle and doing this, and his father may not even know what they was going to do, right? He probably just be like, yo, I need you to rent us a car, man. We're going to handle some business. And he go and rent the car and get them the car, and look what happened. Now he a co-conspirator in something that he may not had no idea what the hell they was going to do. But now he caught up in it because he rented the car. And for him to not get in trouble, he's going to have to say, "Yo, I rented the car for them," right? But then people be like, "Oh, he ratted, you know, he shouldn't have told on the Sunday." Listen, for them to get their conviction, they got to prove every step of the way. And if they know that the car that they was in isn't their car and that car was registered and rented from his daddy, they gonna pull his daddy in to be a witness to be like, yeah, I got that car for them. And if he don't, he just gonna write his ass a one-way ticket into jail. Unless they can prove that That car wasn't rented for that purpose, and they didn't do it. And but for this young man and his friends, he's what they said is like 8, 9 of them. So this is the thing about crash test dummy, right? That's what some people call them. When you hear dudes like Fat Joe and them say, "Yo, I had 100 niggas," right? These are all the guys that are disposable that they don't care or about because you wouldn't put your people that you care about in the line of danger. Nigga ain't gonna hand his mom's a pistol and be like, "Yo, come on, mom, we rolling on these dudes." You know what I'm saying? No, nigga ain't gonna put his mom's in there in the line of danger. Aaron, good looking for the super chat. I appreciate you. I hope all is well with you, right? Um, yeah, like dude ain't gonna pass his mom's the burner and be like, "Yo, come on, mom, we rolling with these dudes." Now, some of y'all probably would, you know. I would hate to see what you and your mother look like, but some of y'all probably would, right? But most guys ain't gonna put their mother, their grandmother on the front line. Yo, come on, granny. Yo, we gonna roll on them. No, they gonna put the dudes that they hang around. That's disposable. They get on the front line. They go out first and get shot and don't make it. Only thing they gonna tell their mother is, "I'm sorry. That was my nigga." They gonna pour some liquor out for him. That's it. That's all that's gonna happen. But they get caught, they get locked up. They might, if they got some money, give them some lawyer money. If not, they might try to help and chip in for their bail. But if in this case, if it's 8, 9 people, you think Pooh Shiesty got money for everybody's lawyer? Cause he got them, yo, we gonna get this nigga Gucci man, allegedly. I'm gonna get out my contract. I need y'all niggas to come hold me down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we got you. Now it go back. Now do he got the money to pay for everybody goddamn lawyer to get them out of this trouble? Do he got money to put on everybody's books when them niggas run out of commissary? Do he got money to pay for everybody's defense? Right? He can't pay. He need to pay for everybody's defense. Anybody that could get bailed out. You know what I'm saying? Anybody's inconvenience. Right? And this is what happens when you go, "Yo, I'm gonna go get my niggas or my little niggas. Yo, my YNs." If you a YN or a little nigga and a dude come to you and say, "Yo, I need you to go get that strap. Yo, I need you to go handle this nigga." Tell him, say, why, respectfully, why you can't do it, OG? Why you want me to go kill him? And see what he say. Nigga, you don't question me. I'm the OG. Nigga, you do what I say. You got to put in work. Yeah, but actually, I got you. But why can't you do it? Why do you need me to go do something to somebody that did something to you? Why I can't save my going to jail card for me? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, cause you down with the gang. What's up, gang? You scared, gang? Don't let them run that one on you. Cause you'll get emotional. You're scared. Scared. You what? We at? That is called reverse psychology, young man. Do not let them don't run that one on you, okay? You tell them, no, you not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Unless they gonna kill you, don't do it. Because you're gonna go throw your whole life away and watch how this one ends up. And this one probably ends up with most of the people telling on him to get out of it. Because if you was one of the 8 or 9 people that got locked up with him, and he came up with this plan to get out of his contract, and then he should be like, "Yo, they ain't had nothing to do with it. That was all me," and let them walk and go do his goddamn time. But it ain't too many dudes that's real like that. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see dudes start going for self after a certain point. Like nigga, I'm gonna go do all this time because this nigga who was to go allegedly rob Gucci man. When all he had to do was take a lawyer money and go negotiate to get out the contract. I don't think Gucci man is the type of dude that would be trying to hold on to somebody. He was just dropping all of a bunch of his artists. Like we'll see how this one play out. And if you one of these dudes that's sticking around and dudes use you to handle the beef that they scared to handle themselves. If they use you because your value asset to them is that you a shooter or you will shoot somebody, right? Or you will go to jail for somebody, you will take the weight. You are a useless person to them. They gonna tell you they love you. They gonna tell you, yo, you the real nigga or the realest nigga or you on the dead homies. They gonna tell you all that. And the love is gonna feel real. It's not. If a dude can tell you to go kill somebody and not worried about you getting caught, you getting arrested, you potentially using your life, because it don't always go that way. You never know who's gonna be prepared. And they can tell you to go and do it or do anything that you know that you could get locked up for. That they only way they can't do is they ain't got no feet to run or they ain't got no hands to steal. If they body is operating like your body and they trying to get you to go do something and they can do it themselves, ask them why they can't do it. Why they need you to do it. And if their answer is because you ain't got no police record, so you ain't gonna get no time if you get caught. Tell them I don't want no police record. If I want a police record, I'll get it on my own. Let me go and break the law for me, not for you. Especially if it comes to taking a life where you could be in jail for the rest of your life, or a robbery where you could get 10 goddamn years. So we'll see what happens with this. But like I said, watch. It's gonna be dudes that was involved in this that probably wasn't really involved in it and now facing a bunch of time. And you gonna see how they like, yo, nigga, I'm not going to jail. They gonna start, yo, that was his idea. That was his idea. Watch. Now, before I get right into this Jay-Z thing, I just want to touch on this Tupac uh stuff that I was researching, right? So there's the this guy Greg Caden that be over there on, with the murder crap. Paul, what up, Paul? Good looking. I'll talk about that on the next segment. All right. Appreciate the super chat. So there's this detective, right, by the name of Brent Baker, right? And I've been listening to some of his interviews from '96, I believe. Yeah, like right after the situation happened with Tupac uh, in September. I've been listening to a lot of his interviews. Now, here's the interesting thing about this, right? One, uh, pork butt and lion gray Caden, you don't hear them talk about uh, Brent Baker, who worked for the Las Vegas Metro Police Department as a detective, right? I believe in the homicide division. Here, Reggie is just a security guard, right? No longer police. Greg Caden doesn't work in Vegas. That's not his jurisdiction. How is he calling himself the Tupac detective and he's LAPD and Tupac got killed in Vegas, right? But they will sit there and spin your heads if you don't know, right? Because they ultimate goal is to protect the crooked police, right? So so Brent Baker is the one that interviewed uh Yaki Fula, Gaddafi. He's the one that interviewed Frank Alexander. He the one that interviewed Malcolm, Edie. Um, he interviewed the girls, right? So and he the one that interviewed Suge Knight, right? So this is the guy that you don't hear pork butt and murder crap in them mentioning too much, right? Now let me tell y'all why I brought him up because he is one of the first people that's involved in this investigation, and it's in his jurisdiction. So, and it is his case, right? Compton PD calling up, yo, we know who did it with it. Yeah, y'all are this not even your jurisdiction for y'all to be calling, right? Same thing with when Biggie got killed. When Big got killed, they go to Compton PD. Oh, we got tips, this and that. No, why y'all niggas always involved in something? Why is Compton PD always got tips before a nigga even got the handcuffs on him? Nigga ain't even in the car yet. Here come Compton calling. Yo, we know who did it. Like, y'all know everything, right? So in Brett Baker's findings in his interview, right? In those first interviews, Frank and Edie both said that it was on. They only seen two people in the car, y'all. They first interviews, they said they only seen two people in the car. That's Frank, and that's what you call it, and that's and Edie. Y'all could go look that up yourself. And which call it, and remember Gaddafi said that the person was a fair skinned person, light skinned. He had a sore face. and he told Brent Becker that he might can identify the driver, but he never got a chance to look at the photo book because they never brought him back, and then he got killed. But he's Gaddafi is one of the people that said that he think that the bullets came from the driver's window, not the back window. He said either they shot through the driver's window or they stuck the gun through the back, from the back to the front. Frank also, in his statement, says that it looked like the shots came out the driver's window, right? And then you got the girls. I believe one of them said she believed it was two people in the car, but I don't have the statement in front of me, right? But they did say that they believe that the car had Vegas plates, right? And one of the women said the person that was riding a shotgun, she saw him shooting at the car behind him with his left hand out the passenger window, not out the back seat, out the shotgun seat, the front door passenger, right? Now, um, another thing that was interesting in Baker's interview was he said he didn't understand that why Suge took took the route that he took to go to Club 662 when he had a direct route from his house straight to the club. And he said it's like he ain't saying he deliberately, but it's like for him to have a straight route, he's like he don't understand how he did all this extra turning around to run into the bicycle cops. And then he was like, it was said that the people who observed him with the bicycle cops said, they was like laughing and joking, and they were shaking hands, or they shook hands or something. Him and the police, like it wasn't no beef type of thing. And he said they shook hands. People said shook hands with the police, right? So I don't know if Brent Baker feels like it's some funny business on Suge's behalf by him having a straight route to the club and not going that way to go the other way to get pulled over by the bicycle cops and then shaking their hands and ha 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 keying with them. I don't know, but it was giving me that this is suspicious on Suge's behalf, right? And then he also says where on Flamingo and Koval, where they got shot at the light, he said the hospital was straight ahead on Flamingo. Two major hospitals were straight ahead on Flamingo, and Suge made a U-turn. He's like, he don't understand why he did that. Him knowing Vegas, you know, Suge knowing Vegas, he should have known that the hospital was like straight ahead. And he said he made the U-turn. He don't understand why he made the U-turn. And like I said, to me, from what I get from his interview, it sounds like Suge was making a lot of suspect moves in his behalf. And then another thing he said in his interview that made me think, got me thinking right now is he's like, uh, when Shield did eventually come back to do an interview with them, he's like, he came back with 3 different lawyers. And he was like, if Suge was the victim in the shooting, why would he need a lawyer to to uh to come to a meeting about him being a victim? And he's like, that was another bell that rung off in his head. Technically, it don't make no sense. Why am I bringing a lawyer to talk about me getting shot? Unless we negotiating a lawsuit or something like that, I wouldn't need no lawyer. But let me pull this image up real quick. So, man, swear not one witness matchup from who opened their door and got Pac out to the hospital, stay, and if he ever spoke again. Well, in Brent Becker's interview, he said once they put Pac in the ambulance, took him out the car, put him in the ambulance, he never regained like consciousness to the point where he talked to anybody again. So let me get into this Jay-Z thing, right? Now, since Jay-Z dropped his GQ interview, there's been a lot of talk, a lot of chatter about Jay-Z if he dropping the new album. Um, it's talks about Jay-Z and the Yankee Stadium shows. It's talk about Jay-Z and the Roots. Um, but I did figure it out, Jay's always got these subliminal messages and stuff, right? So I figured out that interview wasn't a interview. That interview was ways of him addressing certain people without um, getting smoked, right? Like the whole thing where he talked about battle rap, like we should get rid of it. This that that was for 50, right? You could tell that was for 50 because 50 sitting there talking about doing the doc on him and doing the doc on Ti, and the stuff that Jay was saying about involving no women, no kids, and all that. All that was around the Ti situation. So uh Jay, what he's trying to do is disarm 50 from his superpower, which is battle rapping or trolling or whatever, you know. So if he could convince people that what 50 doing is whack or we shouldn't even be battling no more, this and that, the other, that takes away 50's superpower in hip hop, right? And if he could convince people that battling is whack or whatever, than um, if 50 was to return with an album, going at all the people that was going at him. Now it would be considered corny or whatever, because Jay-Z said, "Oh, we shouldn't be battling. We past kneeling." Right? So that's what he tried to do with that. That's just one example. There's several different scenarios that I could bring up, right? Um, but here's the other one, Nas, right? Now, this is what I've been telling y'all from the top of the show that nobody has brought up, and we're gonna start the conversation right here on this channel, right? Now, Jay Z, when Nas was brought up in that interview, right? Once again, analyzing how Jay Z subliminally throw messages out there and stuff, right? Where what he was saying in there with Nas and the dude that interviewed him, like you see, he was taking shots at Nas too, like, oh, I mean, Stillmatic, yeah, I ain't even want to buy that album. I just borrowed it. You know what I'm saying? I borrowed it just to throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, little nigga, stop. You did not buy, you didn't borrow nobody's Illmatic just to throw it away, but you wanted to listen to it, right? Now, Stillmatic was not a trash album, right? Stillmatic is where Ether's on. Stillmatic is where I think One Mic is on. Made You Look is on. Um, I think even the Rewind, the joint about the gun, might be on Stillmatic, right? So Stillmatic is one of Nas's uh, best albums, right? Um, so when Jay and them is talking about that in the interview, that's the shots that at Nas, right? Because Nas did say some, not disrespectful stuff, but he mentioned Jay and him and Jay having a conversation about Ether and Takeover and on his last album. I forgot what song it is though, right? But here's the thing, right? So y'all can start circulating this one and start asking people around, right? Now, with Jay doing this 25th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, or I mean 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, and 25th anniversary of the Blueprint, right? This goes out to everybody, so you can just type yes or no, right? Now, let me give you a little backstory before I propose the question. This picture right here is the picture from the I Declare War concert, right? Where Jay was supposed to come out and address everybody, but he came out and he squashed it with Nas. Now this is after Ether, this is after Super Ugly, this is after Takeover. They did some type of deal when Jay was the president of Def Jam, and I think they released an album like Sony Def Jam or something like that. But Jay was an intricate part of that deal being made, and um, right here, this is where they squashed their beef after publicly squashed their beef for the crowd to see. This was at Summer Jam, I believe, and Nas came out. Him and Jay shook hands. It's supposed to be like the moment that we would have wanted to see for Pac and Big instead of it ending bad. this photo signifies what could have been if Pac and Big squashed their beef after the nasty rap battle, right? So Nas, for whatever, he agrees to this, and a lot of Nas fans, like myself, was like, no, we ain't want to see him squash it with Jay. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Jay was trying to kick him, thought he was down and thought he was gonna win that battle, right? But um the reason I showed this picture is because since this picture, Nas, out of respect for the truth, has never performed Ether again. So the fact that he made this truce with this dude, it deprived Nas fans of ever hearing him perform Ether again, right? Because it was started over, right? So my question to y'all is this. With this Jay-Z's 25th anniversary of the Blueprint show at Yankee Stadium, do Jay-Z get the right to perform Takeover? Should he leave Takeover off the playset because rest in peace, Prodigy's dead for one, and him and Nas is cool. So if him and Nas is cool, should he take over off the playlist, or do he do it? Let me see what y'all put in here. Don't do it. No, plus Prodigy is dead. Jay-Z is not performing Takeover. No Takeover performance. Ice Cube still performs No Vaseline. Ice Cube is a different type of animal too. Hell no, he said no battle rap himself. Exactly. So, like I told y'all, that Jay-Z interview, right, was subliminal messages, right? So Jay knows the 25th anniversary is coming up, and Takeover is one of the main songs on the album, which made the album the album. But now where him and Nas is today, right? Do Jay got the right to perform Takeover? Or should he? Nah, don't do it. Yes. Remix it. I saw Ether live at the Stillmatic tour in LA. Great show. Entire crowd yelling FJZ. No Takeover. Give Nas a verse. You obsessed with Jay and Dame, and you obsessed with me, and you still watching. Doubt he does it. Take it off the set. No, because they both agree not to perform each other's diss songs again. No, 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 hell no, 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 probably not. He didn't take over anything. He got Ether. Okay. So I think that we all in agreement that Jay-Z should not be doing takeover for the 25th anniversary. The vote is anonymous. Jay-Z, you can't do takeover at Yankee Stadium. That means you can't do it at the Roots picnic. Because we know Nas stuck to it. And there's plenty of opportunities that Nas could have had to do Ether and made the crowd go crazy. Even after 50 years of hip hop, he could have did it. But so what y'all telling me is this. If Jay-Z do takeover at Yankee Stadium, he's a sucker. That's what y'all telling me. But moving past that, Jay-Z really don't got no features for the Blueprint album. Um, Blueprint album is really like the introduction to Kanye and Jay-Z collaboration. You know, H to the Izzo. Um, that's kind of like the Watch the Throne prequel of them working together. But the only thing that I could think of on the Blueprint on a special guest is Eminem with Renegade. He got Slick Rick and Q-Tip. Rest in peace, Biz Markie on the hook of Girls, Girls, Girls. Outside of that, I can't think of nobody else that's on the Blueprint album as a feature. Now, the Reasonable Doubt show, that's Mary J. Blige. I expect to see Jazzo and Source Money. I expect to see Memphis Bleak. And I expect to see Pain in the Butt to do the intro. There's nobody else that I could think about on Reasonable Doubt outside of Mary J. Blige, Jazzo, Source Money, Bleak, and Pain in the Culo. And I don't think this thing is sold out like everybody uh, was saying, because I'm hearing there's still tickets there. Let's see, because you know they be lying. They tell you t- tickets is sold out. They calling it the joint Jay-Z's extra innings. Oh, man. They fooling y'all, boy. They got y'all fooled. Talking about it's sold out. Look at all those seats. Everything that's blue is a seat. Only the gray is sold out. They tell everybody, oh, it's sold out. It's sold out. No, it ain't. Niggas is crazy. Get these ticket prices. Yeah. Y'all go ahead. That's the reasonable doubt night right there. Let's see the blueprint. There's more people going for the blueprint than
Joe, you already know.
oh, yeah, it's going to sell out. But all that hype that is sold out, it is not sold out. This is the blueprint show. This one will probably sell out before the other one. And let's see the last show they just added. This is the last show. This is the show they just added. They know your prices. Well, as you know, you got to research these things, man, because they'll tell you anything. Oh, it's all sold out. It's all sold out. As y'all can see, it's not sold out. All right. Niggas be lying. Oh my God. Choke no joke, man. If you new here, subscribe to the channel. You already know I'll be back with more. Jay-Z, the people have spoke. You cannot do takeover at Yankee Stadium. And if you do, you better be like Nas, come right out behind you and do Ether. And if you steal my idea, I want PC. Hey Nas, if he come out and do takeover, Nas, your first show you better be doing Ether. We don't want to hear it. First big show you do, you bet to do Ether. If that nigga do takeover, Nas, and he get up there and do takeover, man, Nas. All right, Nas. Choke no joke. All right, follow me on Instagram at Real Choke No Joke. All right, I'll holler at y'all in a minute. One.
No joke. You already know. I'm here, baby. Grand Turks, Turks and Caicos. If you ain't know, now you know. Weather's beautiful out here. See the brilliant lady right there? I showed y'all the scarlet lady. I showed y'all the valiant lady. This is the brilliant lady.
Tonight you're gonna see the brother I know for sure can rap. And then
You know what it is. Choke no joke. Eat a wall. Rest in peace, Fuego. Don't ask me why. We here now. Let's go. Born in the Bronx, raised in Eden Wall. Place where I saw soldiers fall. Let's go. JR, crushed between the war of the elevator, only 12. How would you cope if you were me? Let's go. Seeing the sight before 13. Probation, cause trespassing on the elevator was a felony. Blaming me, still went to the funeral cause I knew that it wasn't me. Carried the coffin before 13. Crack cocaine, hit the scene. Me a hustler, mom a fiend. I'm mad cause she keep stealing my things. I'm draped in the jewels her addiction brings. That's the things that make us cry. When your baby mama don't let you see your child, or when your mans leave the VI. We birth, we live, we die. We struggle to survive. Choke, what's your thoughts? Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Let's go. They say choke wanna rhyme now. How come? Been rhyming on my 5th album. 3 mixtapes, learn from mistakes. Rhyming on the porch back in 88 with Bo. He had a better flow. Studied on my hustle, didn't care about my flow. Never made it rich, saw the glow. Dude on 250, I strip my pole. Follow Daisy, he on the low. Grimy and gritty, stack the dough. Out from the place, 250 in the safe. Cops that shoot you after the cuffs were placed. They wonder why I don't respect Jake. Why I could never spit it soft like Drake. Take it how you want it, like a Drake cake at 8. You weak in the knees, I jab like Zab, your Harlem shake. It's choke, no joke, and I am great. We birth, we live, we die. We struggle to survive. Choke, what's your thoughts? Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Eat a wall, what up? Let's go. Accept defeat like Jay. Sign Nas in my later days. Inspiration like Obama. Like 5th get flicks of your mama. I might be more ruthless when it come to drama. Got higher guns on my shooter. 40 Glock. Wipe out you Douglers. Pull up your pants, can't you see they losing you? How they do that and they so tight. Putting them on, got be abuse to you. Top 10 in the game, coming through for you. The lyrical molester abusing you. Sway Shaheem Reed and Tuma. I'm more hip-hop than MTV and Puma. Better get my name on the list as the greatest truth teller, and I never gave joke. You know what it is. We live, we die. We struggle to survive. Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Yeah, you know what it is. Rest in peace, Grego. Yeah, joke, no joke. Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. Yeah, yeah. Already know. Joke, no joke. Learn from mistakes. Joke, no joke. Yeah. It's joke, no joke. Let's go. Joke, no joke. Chicken joke, no joke.